nostálgica de videojuegos.
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux Clash, but he has quickly become the dark horse of the tournament. I do not doubt your abilities, but I would suggest that you make sure you are fully prepared before you begin.
Relax. My girl's at the top of her game.
Estoy un poco nerviosa.
Take some
¿Por qué?
time to
Porque voy a
compose yourself.
utilizar a la viajera. So. ¡Hecho!
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals.
Me ibas a
have
golpear antes de
begun.
terminar.
Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm
Upa.
here for.
Excuse me. Nivel 90 mis polainas. Soy nivel 50. Chep. Chep. Oh. Adiós.
Pretty good. I'm sweating all over.
¿Estornudé? ¿En serio? ¿Cuándo?
Good feeling. Congratulations. I was beaten by the best. I need to train harder.
Tú también luchaste bien.
Right. For a moment there, Paimon was a little worried. If you had a vision, you'd definitely be one of the strongest around.
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid. People said that if you're strong enough, you'll have your chance to get one.
Pensé que lo habías hecho. Ya no sé escribir de eso.
But
No te
mine
preocupes.
never came. I lost interest eventually. You can't depend on a vision like you can your own body. I've fought and won against vision bearers before. The power they have was given to them by the gods. I don't envy it.
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try and get your hands on that masterless vision?
No, lo hizo para probarse.
No,
A
I
sí mismo.
didn't. I only wanted to pit myself against other fighters and see who was the strongest.
Ok.
Only in
Much
defeat
respect.
can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them. So I'm pleased with today's outcome. I don't often have the pleasure of experiencing defeat.
Wow. Now that's true strength talking.
If you have the chance in the future, please come and spar with me again. I will be stronger next time.
Yo también.
By the way, do you know who else made it into the finals? Is it gonna be someone even tougher than you?
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. But what I have heard is that they're extremely quick. So don't get too cocky.
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out about our opponent in the final round. Paimon thinks we might need to up our game a little.
Inicio, déjeme darle a los artefactos. Porque ya no tenía ninguno. Le vamos a dar. En el Inter le vamos a dar de todos estos, ¿no? Ya que tengo de sobra. Ahí está. Algo de más me da. Algo de más me da. Constelación. No le había subido esta constelación. Eje. Eje.
Ah, it's you! I watched your match. What a stunning performance. I myself was eliminated in the third round. Shame. If only I could have advanced one more round.
Eje.
Maybe next time, huh? By the way...
¿Y lo tienes en español? ¿Lo tienes en inglés o lo tienes en japonés? Porque se supone que muchos lo ponen en japonés el Genshin Impact por bastantes cosas que pasan en Genshin Impact. Si has visto TikTok, creo que has visto una parte que es como ¡ay! ¡Eje! ¡Eje! ¡Tenanda yo! Eso es de Genshin Impact. Yo lo tengo en japonés. Sí, a mí me gustaría ponerlo en japonés. El problema es que como hablan durante las luchas, yo me concentro a full en las luchas. Y si sale, obviamente, algunas cosas de la historia, pues me gustaría también no perderme nada de la historia. Y prefiero por eso lo pongo en inglés para que mientras que estoy en las luchas, igual igual pues sepa qué es lo que está pasando en la historia. Porque lo intenté en el Nier Replicant y nomás no pude. Por eso lo cambié al final.
Why, yes, he's the same one who defeated me. He is a formidable opponent, quick on his feet and swift to take advantage of his opponent's missteps. I faltered for but a brief moment, but before I knew it, he had me on the floor. Given my stature, I have no fear of squaring off with physically strong opponents. But faced with a nimble, agile opponent such as him, I found myself completely out of my league. Still, I'm sure he'll be no match for you.
Entiende bien cuando no está subtitulada. A mí pasa con Autómata. El japonés me gustó, pero no entendía. En efecto. Hay algunas palabras que sí, pues ya después de mucho anime ya comprendes, ¿no? Pero hay otras
He tried
bastantes
to
que no.
use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but
No es la
instead,
mayoría,
he
para
took
ser
it straight
exacto.
to the nose. There was blood all over the place.
¿Para qué me doy mis aires de grandeza?
His opponent was pretty freaked out by it. He kept asking him, "Why didn't you dodge?" But he was pretty much out cold by that point and couldn't reply. "Why don't you dodge?" they ask. Because to not dodge is the very essence of Lingshan clan kung fu. It's just that he hadn't quite mastered it yet.
¿Qué tal tu pelea?
Don't even get me started. I spent all my energy helping him get from here to the boat to take him back to the harbor. But by the time I got back, my scheduled match time had already passed and I had to forfeit. I don't dare tell my master about this, otherwise I'd never hear the end of it. Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in front of you like this. I'm afraid I'm still a bit out of sorts at the moment, so I probably won't be able to help you with whatever you were here to ask me about.
Oh, alright then. Hope your buddy makes a swift recovery. Hang in there.
Thanks, I'll do my best.
We still haven't got any useful information yet. Maybe we can go talk to Beto. Surely she's gotta know something.
Beidou es chaparra. Con todo y tacones, Beidou es chaparra. Está más pequeña que Jin.
You gave an outstanding performance. Truly commendable. I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of this kind, and it could have cost you the match. But you were quick to adapt, and managed to claim victory over your opponent. That is a most invaluable skill.
¿Tienes buen ojo?
In fact, I discerned this not from what I saw, but what I heard. The ground beneath your feet, and the pattern of your breathing. But it is nothing remarkable, for I discerned nothing more than Captain Beto did.
He's right. But in my case, I was purely relying on previous experience. I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you, huh?
Me alegro de que haya acabado.
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will be in the final round. Do you think they'll be stronger than the one we faced in the semifinals?
Oh, bueno, técnicamente sí, woman.
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessarily stronger. They tend to have something unique about their style.
Ah, ok.
As for the guy you'll be facing, his skill lies in his speed.
Le
and
dabas
his
ironía al
superior
Podeito.
form.
Ay, sí, es que es
It's
como,
also
a ver.
obvious that he's seen his fair share of battles. What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off more than you can chew this time?
Es mejor prevenir que curar.
If that is the case, then I have a proposal for you. Let's go somewhere a little quieter, shall we? I haven't properly introduced myself yet. In the land of Inazuma, I was a wandering samurai.
Yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at the same time,
Paimon.
when you talk, you don't really sound like someone who's used to waving a sword around.
It is true that I am versed both in literary and martial traditions. But on the straggling path of a wandering samurai, is there harm in acquiring a surplus skill? I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess, but I myself have witnessed reputable fighters hailing from across the lands. I do possess some knowledge regarding your opponent's particular skill set. Given your talents, a few hints from me will be all that's necessary to bring your opponent down.
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending the rules a bit there?
Beidou así como que, esto no me gusta. No, no.
Gathering
Policía
intelligence is an
Beidou, al
essential part
rescate.
of any duel. You must know your enemy. Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their journey from Mondstadt.
Desde
Such
Mons.
impressive feats require more than just bravery alone.
Ah, ok, no, está hablando de mí, vale.
Betcha. Wait a second. We never told you that we've been to Mondstadt.
Es que todo el mundo está diciendo que vengo desde Mons. Hasta los de
Does
Liyue.
one not leave a trail when traveling through the wild? In return, nature also leaves its traces upon you. However, there is only so much that can be discerned from these traces. I sense that many things about you elude me still. These are the things I am curious to know about.
Boy, you don't know what you're talking about. Let me tell you all the stuff I have been through.
Come with me. Some post-match entertainment is in order.
Ay, de veras, ay, de veras. A ver, ¿dónde estás, compadre? ¿Por qué tan lejos? ¿Por qué me haces teletransportarme, compadre? Habla con Kazuha. Yes.
Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart of the matter. You are skilled in manipulating the elements, and not just a single element, but multiple. Is that correct?
Así que ya lo sabes.
Paimon knew that you were hinting at something from the moment we met. You've known all along.
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your elemental abilities, let's just say it would cause some unwanted misunderstandings. If I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance to use elemental skills even in the heat of a match.
Sí, pero ¿cómo lo sabes?
When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, this is not poetic symbolism at play. I mean these things in the truest sense possible. Since a young age, I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. I hear the breath of the wind and the whispers of the leaves. It is things of this nature that I also hear from within you. Nothing more.
De Genshin solo no me gustaron los árboles, pero el agua, uff, se ve hermosa, la verdad que sí. Los árboles de Liyue sí están maravillosos, eso sí.
As
A mí se me
crazy as
encantan
all
los de
that
Liyue.
sounds, somehow Paimon still believes you.
My humble abilities are negligible compared to your incredible feats. To think a human could wield the elements without a vision.
No soy humana, ¿ok?
And not to mention your incredibly complex scent, like that of some mysterious being.
Y es como, espera, ¿me estás oliendo? ¿Qué eres? Un hombre o un animal.
Hey, stop evaluating us based on our smell. It's weird.
Es weird. Pero a ver, ya has hablado con Razor. Sabes muy bien que Razor también habla mucho del olor.
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities?
Lo único que hice fue tocar una estatua de los 7.
Extraordinary. So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to channel elemental energy and even wield it in combat?
Fue gracias a la compañía de Paimon.
It's nothing really. Paimon just told her whatever came to mind. It's been a long journey, and many things have happened along the way. Somehow, she just naturally learned to use the elements through it all. Honestly, even Paimon doesn't understand how it all works.
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence of the gods and the visions they grant.
Ya son las 12, chicos. Ya deberíamos de pararle. Pronto ya
However,
paramos.
I still wish to have the honor of seeing how you wield the elements. Perhaps it may yet reveal something to me. Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. That will make it a fair exchange.
¿De acuerdo?
Now then, let's test your skills, shall we?
De chaparrito.
Shadi's order.
Go as one!
Wind, hear me.
Keep back! Gather!
Your skills in battle are
Pues
truly
sí, los efectos de
beyond
pelea hermosos,
reproach.
sí.
Even with your opponent's speed, he shouldn't be able to overwhelm you.
Aunque si te das cuenta, los controles son un tanto similares a Nier Automata y hasta los movimientos son... los movimientos, como por ejemplo el correr y el esquivar, si te das cuenta a detalle, o sea, no son similares, es la misma animación. La misma animación.
Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance, which enables him to execute moves that many would find impossible. He relies entirely on the element of surprise to defeat his opponents. In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to detect weak points, then his attacks should pose no threat to you.
Gracias, no lo subestimaré.
Please, save your thanks. If anything, I should be thanking you for the opportunity to witness your command of the elements that defies all known principles. The world is a truly mysterious place, it seems, and one will always encounter that which is still unknown.
You seem kind of obsessed with visions, but don't you already have your own? Why are you so intent on exploring the connection between visions and the elements?
I desire to know what meaning visions have to the gods, and what influences the gods' decision to grant humans these visions.
Sí, tiene
My
sentido.
apologies. You must be completely in the dark regarding such matters. For allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways, I am willing to answer any questions you may have.
Quiero saber
regarding
más
Inazuma.
acerca de los temas desconocidos.
So that's what you're curious about? Then allow me to tell you more. As you well know, a vision hunt decree is currently underway in Inazuma.
La animación de la cadena y la del espadón fue las que vi. Ujú.
Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their visions confiscated inexplicably. Sometimes in circumstances that leave their original recipients dead in the outset. Supposing each of the 7 archons had their criteria for granting visions to living beings, then does the current Electro-Archon now doubt these criteria, or even the act in and of itself? Not to mention, with no new Electro-Visions having been granted for such a long time, it would seem that we can infer something of the Raiden Shogun's feelings on the matter.
She sounds less like an Archon and more like a tyrant.
As far as I know, she is an Archon that pursues eternity. She will relentlessly carry out her will with no regard to what others may think or feel. Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. But what does Inazuma's pursuit of eternity bring to its people? It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not fare well these days.
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered in the beginning would do.
Tiene sentido,
Oh.
pero ya sabemos que no es la
Have
misma.
you encountered the Electro Archon before?
No estoy segura.
With time, we will change. But the Shogun will remain the same. If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to eternity from her. Ah, the time for your match is approaching.
Oh, right! We got so distracted talking about Inazuma that Paimon forgot all about the tournament!
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return together.
Sí, vamos juntos,
Very well.
juntitos,
Let's
juntitos.
I wish to see who will obtain the vision.
Bueno, sabes muy bien que yo no. ¿Por qué no quieres? Tanque. Ay,
Why isn't he here yet?
aquí estoy.
Never mind. We can start by making your entrance first. Everyone, listen up!
Ah,
Your
alguien
attention,
más.
please! we've reached the climax of the Crux Clash. This is the final match. We've seen many exciting battles today, and now at long last, the two finalists have emerged. Now, I'd like to introduce our first combatant. Though few have seen her, her reputation knows no bounds. She strikes fear into the heart of Osile, and the mere mention of her name causes even Fatui Harbingers to turn pale in the face. Introducing Liyue's traveling hero!
Yay.
Wow!
I've been waiting for this moment.
I'm sure everyone witnessed her thrilling match in the semifinals. But today's final round will surely take things up a notch. As for our other combatant, he still hasn't arrived.
Demonios.
Oh, come on, what could be taking him so long? You can't just forfeit for not showing up like in previous rounds. This is the finals. Apologies, everyone just sit tight.
A lo mejor se ha equivocado de hora.
We've got no other choice. If he doesn't show up, we'll just have to postpone the match.
No la vas a cancelar y darme el win.
Wait a moment. Something doesn't seem right about this. Captain Beto, perhaps we should check on the prize.
Ay, damn.
Traveler, come with us.